You're welcome to Excellent Simplified Tutorials.
Now let's look at this. Let's look at peptide formation. Peptide formation. We know that the building block of protein is amino acid, right? This one is simple. This one is not head cracking like sequencing. So just pay attention. Now, we know that peptide bonds are the bonds that hold the amino acid residues together, is it not? Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. But how are they held together? Covalent peptide bond, right? Good. Now, how are these peptide bonds formed? That's the question. Let's use this question. Draw the structure of the following oligopeptides, identifying the peptide bonds. Draw the structure of the following oligopeptides, identifying the peptide bonds. So I'll do the first one. Now, G to A. This is just the one letter codes. G is what? Glycine, right? A is what? Alanine. Good. The first thing, you draw the structure of glycine. I know all amino acids, all the 20 amino acids have this arrow. It's only this arrow that will be changing. It's all the 20 amino acids. All these other parts remains the same. If this arrow is H, you know it's what? Glycine, right? Which is the simplest. I know this UOH is the same thing as writing it like this. Right? So this is the G. Now the A is what? Alanine, right? Is it not? Alanine. So alanine, now draw alanine here. Alanine here is what? CH2, right? CH3, right? Good. Now, how are they joined together? That is the question. It's a condensation reaction. I know condensation reaction, water is giving up, right? And water is H2O. So this OH can take one H from here. You know, this H2, I can write it like this. Right? So this OH here can take this H. And water is giving up, right? Is it not? So I'll have something like this. NH2, CH, C double bond O. What is left here? This is connected to NH, right? Because the whole of this is going up. So we have NH, CH, COOH, CH3. That's that. That's all. They say draw it if drawn. Now the next thing is identify the what? Peptide bond. The peptide bond is the bond between these two amino acids, right? Where are they joined? Here, right? Water went out and they joined at this point. So this is the peptide bond formed. So peptide bond. This is all they want you to do. And you're done with I. Number 2. Y to F to D. Are you not done with this? The second one now, Y to F to D. Please, in exam hall, you don't start thinking which one is Y, which amino acid is Y. Yankari. Y is the one letter code for what amino acid? Thyroxine. F is the phenylalanine, and D is what? Aspartic acid. So are you seeing it now? This is thyroxine, this is phenylalanine, and this is aspartic acid. K is what? If K was there, K is what? K is what? K is lysine. K is lysine. Q is what? Quinine. Q is what? Please, it's in the textbook there. It's written in the textbook. I gave a table. Alright, so now thyroxine. Let's draw the first one. So the structure of thyroxine This thyroxine, right? If I remove this OH, it's phenylalanine. Remember the benzene ring, is either you put something like this or you can do like this. You are correct. Now, this is my thyroxine. The next thing is phenylalanine, right? NH2. This is the structure of my phenylalanine. The only difference between thyroxine and phenylalanine is this OH here. That is why when we talked about disorders in amino acid metabolism, we talked about phenylketonuria. And phenylketonuria, we say that there is an enzyme called phenylalanine hydroxylase. Enzyme that adds phenyl hydroxy group to phenylalanine to get thyroxine. If that enzyme is deficient, this one will accumulate, causing that phenylketonuria. That was that. Then D, we said D is what? Aspartic acid, right? So we'll have this. This is aspartic acid. Good. Now, to put them together, the same thing we do, water is going out. So OH will take one H from here, right? So let me just modify it. And we'll have this. In exam, don't write it first, then use pen to. No. Show exactly what I did here. Now here, OH will take one hydrogen, water goes out. I join the two together. This all. So they say identify the peptide bonds. This is the peptide bond. And this is another peptide bond. So do you call this a dipeptide or a tetrapeptide?